finish. We're back to the city. I'm in Brooklyn.
Head to your pickup at 605 Seneca Ave.
Uh-oh. David.
Let's get started. Drive safely.
David, where are you? I'm over here now.
We're all set, let's go. Turn right on Gates Avenue. Turn right on Gates Avenue. Parking mode off.
David, where are you? I'm over here now.
You've arrived at your destination.
David.
Head to your drop-off at 1191 Bushwick
I
Ave.
know.
All right. We're at 1191 Bushwick.
Yes, sure. I just follow the GPS. Go left and then.
Turn left on Grove Street.
of a nursing home and served at a six-line surgery because I'm wrong. Not me. Now, what just happened is, this is the irony of it. This is not anything a company should do.
In a quarter of a mile, turn right on Jefferson Avenue.
There must be something wrong with it. Functioning mind, he didn't do it because he didn't do too damn. And it had too many consequences. So several times after Trump had made the decision that we got to see this war going to go on too long, we're in this war, he had the common sense to show that the functioning brain cannot allow. I don't think I would need the intelligence services and the military tell me what they go by. Now they're all going to lie, they're all going to cover up, and they're just enough already. They told Biden exactly what they told Trump. You pull out, Taliban takes over. Taliban takes over, this is safe for 20 years. Now here's where we are. And this is why I am, just to be clear, I was the mayor of New York, somebody I can sue, the people on my street. We are back where we were September 11th, 2001. It's like back to the present. The Taliban is in charge of Afghanistan. The Taliban is Islamic They've already conducted mass executions. They've actually taken the majority of Trump in 11 days.
Turn right on Jefferson Avenue. In 800 feet, turn left on Wyckoff Avenue, then turn right. Turn left on Wyckoff Avenue, then turn right on Hancock Street. Speed camera reported ahead.
No, not smart. Don't you understand, please? This is not what to the past to me and to try to save my country. Joe Biden is a citizen son.
Turn right on Hancock Street.
ticket to prevent that is $5,000 feet. I don't get one. Some time ago,
Speed camera reported ahead. In 1,000 feet, turn right on Bushwick Avenue.
Here? Okay, good luck. Okay.
Enter your pickup at 41 Woodbine Street. Turn right on Bushwick Avenue.
Brooklyn, baby. On to the next one, on to the next one.
Why do you think the man wanted cash? Because they give the money to terrorists. Sometimes some people are too stupid to run a government because people die when they don't pay. This is what's happening right now. You got a guy who is idiotic. We have a good president of the United States. His mind isn't touched out now. So the things I'm talking about right now, we have a restart to the state. He's one. The fight. The land is a physical country because it's built off the last 100 years from up. But you would think that the people around you, you would think about an idiot.
In 900 feet, turn left on Woodbine Street. Turn left on Woodbine Street.
Yeah, I don't know why I closed the line if she's still in the zone. Signal readers.
You've arrived at your destination.
Yeah, I don't know why she closed the line. I'm waiting for Nicholas. one. Arian. Yeah, Nicholas.
Yes.
How you doing?
Head to your drop-off at Resilient Performance Physical Therapy.
Okay, let's go. You're going to Manhattan, yeah?
Yes.
Oh, sure. Let's go. It's physical therapy. It's good
In 500 feet,
for the
turn right
insurance.
on Broadway, then turn right.
In case of accidents.
Turn right on Broadway, then turn right on Palmetto Street. Turn right on Palmetto Street. In 500 feet, turn left on Bushwick Avenue. Turn left on Bushwick Avenue. In half a mile, turn right on DeKalb Avenue. In half a mile, turn left on Knickerbocker Avenue.
stuck. The train, the truck over there is stuck. To take a different road, okay? So the train, I got there, it's
Turn right. Turn right on Jefferson Street. In 300 feet, turn right, then turn left. Turn right on George Street, then turn left on Knickerbocker Avenue. Turn left on Knickerbocker Avenue, then turn right on Flushing Avenue. Approaching a railroad crossing. Turn right on Flushing Avenue, then turn left on Porter Avenue. Turn left on Porter Avenue, then turn right on Grattan Street. Turn right on Grattan Street, then turn left on Varick Avenue. Turn right, then turn left on Varick Avenue. Turn left on Varick Avenue. In a quarter of a mile, turn right on 10 Ike Street. Turn right on 10 Ike Street. Then turn left on Stewart Avenue. Turn left on Stewart Avenue. Then turn left on Metropolitan Avenue. Turn left, then use the right lane to keep right to Metropolitan Avenue. Use the right lane to keep right to Metropolitan Avenue. In 400 feet, use the right lane to turn right on Vandervoort Avenue. Turn right on Vandervoort Avenue. In half a mile, turn right on Cherry Street. In 1,000 feet, use the right 2 lanes to turn right. Then keep left. Turn right on Cherry Street. Then keep left to I-278 East, Brooklyn-Queens Expressway, Queens, Bronx. to I-278 East, Brooklyn, Queens Expressway, Queens, Bronx. In half a mile, use the right 2 lanes to exits 35AB, I-495. Enter Long Island. In 1,000 feet, exit right. Exit right to exits 35AB, I-495, Long Island Expressway, Midtown Tunnel, Eastern Long Island, 48th Street. In 800 feet, use the left lane to keep left to exit 35A, I-495 West, Midtown Tunnel, Manhattan. Keep left to exit 35A, I-495 West, Midtown Tunnel, Manhattan.
You prefer the 59th Street Bridge or Midtown Tunnel, or it doesn't matter?
We say,
Well, you prefer the tunnel or the bridge?
whatever's in the tunnel.
Tunnel.
Whatever's fastest.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a point. You say you be there like 407.
That's great. Thank you.
I always ask some people they don't want to pay the
Yeah.
tunnel fee.
want to speak today to the unfolding situation in Afghanistan, the developments that have taken place in the last week, and the steps we're taking to address the rapidly evolving events. My national security team and I have been closely monitoring the situation on the ground in Afghanistan and moving quickly to execute the plans we have put in place to respond to every constituency, including and contingency, including the rapid collapse we're seeing now. I'll speak more in a moment about the specific steps we're taking, but I want to remind everyone how we got here and what America's interests are in Afghanistan. We went to Afghanistan almost 20 years ago with clear goals. Get those who attacked us on September 11, 2001, and make sure Al-Qaeda could not use Afghanistan as a base from which to attack us again. We did that. We severely degraded Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan. The line we got here. Our mission creating a unified, only vital remains today what has always been. This attack on America for many years, but our mission should be narrowly focused on counter-terrorism. We focus on the threats we face.
One second. You've been here before?
One street down. Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, al-Nusra in Syria, ISIS attempting to create a caliphate in Syria and Iraq, and establishing affiliates in multiple countries in Africa and Asia. These threats warrant our attention and our resources. We conduct effective counterterrorism missions against terrorist groups in multiple permanent military presence. In Afghanistan. And act quickly and decisively if needed. When I came into office, I inherited a deal that President Trump negotiated with the Taliban. Under his agreement, Afghanistan by May 1, 2021.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, I just got 40 minutes job. Can you wait like, I don't know, 40 minutes? Or I'll take a yellow taxi. What's the story?
Okay.
Okay, what? You should tell me before. Somebody just called me. Are you gonna take a yellow taxi or the driver gonna take you? What? Take yellow taxi. I'll send you Uber. Wait. But then if I go 40 minutes far away, maybe it's another 40 minutes to come back. I don't know. Be 80 minutes. I'm gonna wait 80 minutes.
80 minutes? How many?
80 minutes. Because if I go away for 40 minutes, it take me another 40 minutes to come back.
Okay, sure.
You just take yellow taxi.
Okay, see you.
I'll let you know.
Okay, yeah. See you mañana.
Mañana?
I'll see you later.
What the fuck mañana? What talking about? Mañana. Okay, see you mañana, whatever. Mañana, what are you talking about, mañana?
Pick up Carlos on the right. Head to your drop-off at 8008 135th Street.
Yeah, how you doing? Carlos. How you doing? Carlos, yeah? You going to Jamaica? Let's go.
Ever had done so while U.S. troops remained in Afghanistan, bearing the brunt of the fighting for them. And our true strategic competitors, China and Russia, would love nothing more than the United States to continue to funnel billions of dollars in resources and attention into stabilizing Afghanistan indefinitely. When I hosted President Ghani and Chairman Abdullah at the White House in June, to Ghani in July, we had very frank conversations. We talked about their civil wars, to clean up the corruption in government, so the government could. We talked extensively about the need for Afghan leaders to unite politically. I also urged them to engage in diplomacy, to seek a political settlement with the Taliban. This advice was flatly refused. Mr. Ghani insisted the Afghan forces would fight, but obviously he was wrong. So I'm left again to ask of those who argue that we should stay. More generations of America's daughters and sons. Afghanistan troops will more lives. America. How many endless rows of heads? I'm clear on my answer. I will not repeat the mistakes we've made in the past. Mistake of staying and fighting indefinitely in a conflict that is not in the national interest of the United States, of doubling down on a civil war in a foreign country, of attempting to remake a country through the endless military deployments of U.S. forces. Those are the mistakes we cannot continue to repeat, because we have significant vital interests in the world that we cannot afford to ignore. I also want to acknowledge how painful this is to so many of us. The scenes we're seeing in Afghanistan, they're gut-wrenching, particularly for our veterans, our diplomats, humanitarian workers, for anyone who has spent time on the ground working to support the Afghan people, for those who have lost loved ones in Afghanistan, and for Americans who have fought and served in the country, serve our country in Afghanistan. This is deeply, deeply personal. It is for me as well. I've worked on these issues as long as anyone. I've been throughout Afghanistan during this war, while the war was going on, from Kabul to Kandahar to the Kunar Valley. I've traveled there on 4 different occasions. I met with the people. I've spoken to the leaders. I spent time with our troops. And I came to understand firsthand what was and was not possible in Afghanistan. So now we're focused on what is possible. We will continue to support the Afghan people. We will lead with our diplomacy, our international influence, and our humanitarian aid. We'll continue to push for regional diplomacy and engagement to prevent violence and instability. We'll continue to speak out for the basic rights of the Afghan people, of women and girls, just as we speak out all over the world. I've been clear that human rights must be the center of our foreign policy, not the periphery. But the way to do it is not through endless military deployments. It's with our diplomacy, our economic tools, and rallying the world to join us. Let me lay out the current mission in Afghanistan. I was asked to authorize, when I did, 6,000 U.S. troops to deploy to Afghanistan for the purpose of assisting in the departure of U.S. and allied civilian personnel from Afghanistan, and to evacuate our Afghan allies and vulnerable Afghans to safety outside of Afghanistan. Our troops are working to secure the airfield and to ensure continued operation of both the civilian and military flights. We're taking over air traffic control. We have safely shut down our embassy and transferred our diplomats. Our diplomatic presence is now consolidated at the airport as well. Over the coming days, we intend to transport out thousands of American citizens who have been living and working in Afghanistan. We'll also continue to support the safe departure of civilian personnel of our allies who are still serving in Afghanistan. Operation Allies Refugee, which I announced back in July, has already moved 2,000 Afghans who are eligible for special immigration visas and their families to the United States. In the coming days, the U.S. military will provide assistance to move more SIV-eligible Afghans and their families out of Afghanistan. We're also expanding refugee access to cover other vulnerable Afghans who work for our embassy, U.S. non-governmental agencies, or the U.S. non-governmental organizations, and Afghans who otherwise are at great risk in U.S. news agencies. I know there are concerns about why we did not begin evacuating Afghan civilians sooner. Part of the answer is some of the Afghans did not want to leave early, still hopeful for their country. And part of it because the Afghan government and its in a mass exodus to avoid triggering, as they said, a crisis of confidence. American troops are performing this mission as professionally and as effectively as they always do, but it is not without risk. As we carry out this departure to the Taliban, if they attack our personnel or disrupt our operation, the U.S. presence will be swift and the response will be swift and forceful. We will defend our people with devastating force if necessary. Our current military mission is short in time, limited in scope, and focused in its objectives. Get our people and our allies as safely as quickly as possible. And once we have completed this mission, we will conclude our military withdrawal. We will end America's longest war after 20 long years of bloodshed. The events we're seeing now are sadly proof that no amount of military force would ever deliver a stable, united, secure Afghanistan. as known in history as the graveyard of empire. What's happened easily happened 5 years ago or 15 years in the future. You have to be honest. Our mission in Afghanistan is taking many missteps, made many missteps over the past 2 decades. I'm now the 4th American president to preside over war in Afghanistan. 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans. I will not pass this responsibility on to a 5th president. I will not mislead the American people by claiming that just a little more time in Afghanistan will make all the difference. Nor will I shrink from my share of responsibility for where we are today and how we must move forward from here. I am President of the United States of America, and the buck stops with me. I'm deeply saddened by the facts we now face, but I do not regret my decision to end America's war fighting in Afghanistan and maintain a laser focus on our counterterrorism mission there and other parts of the world. Our mission to degrade the terrorist threat of Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan and kill Osama bin Laden was a success. A decades-long effort to overcome centuries of history and permanently change and remake Afghanistan was not, and I wrote and believe it never could be. I cannot and will not ask our troops to fight on endlessly in another country's civil war, taking casualties, suffering life-shattering injuries, leaving families broken by grief and loss. This is not in our national security interest. It is not what the American people want. It is not what our troops who have sacrificed so much over the past 2 decades deserve. I made a commitment to the American people when I ran for president. I would bring America's military involvement in Afghanistan to an end. While it's been hard and messy, and yes, far from perfect, I've honored that commitment. More importantly, I made a commitment to the brave men and women who serve this nation that I wasn't going to ask them to continue to risk their lives in a military action that should have ended long ago. Our leaders did that in Vietnam when I got here as a young man. I will not do it in Afghanistan. I know my decision will be criticized, but I would rather take all that criticism than pass this decision on to another president of the United States, yet another one, a fifth one. Because it's the right one, the right decision for our people. The right one for our brave service members who risk their lives serving our nation. And it's the right one for America. Thank you. May God protect our troops, our diplomats, all brave Americans serving in harm's way.
Well, there you have it. That was President Biden. He just addressed the nation regarding the Taliban takeover in Afghanistan. This is Lydia Saranai. The rundown with Lydia. Joining me today is Congressman Peter King. Congressman, what was your reaction to hearing President Biden's remarks?
Well, today is one of the saddest days in American history, and President Biden, unfortunately, just added to that. The speech really made no sense. He says that our main purpose going into Afghanistan was to make sure it wouldn't be used as a terrorist haven. By us being out of Afghanistan, we've lost any leverage we had. So long as we had even a small presence in Afghanistan, we could monitor ISIS, monitor Al-Qaeda, monitor the movement of nuclear weapons in Pakistan. All of that now will be gone. And also we're really conceding the sphere of influence of China. It's in that part of the world. And he said that his policies have been messy. I wouldn't say what we saw today, people falling out of airplanes, or people being slaughtered, or our allies, translators, those who work for us, being executed. That's more than messy. It's shameful and disgraceful. And the president, the fact that he defends his policy means there's only worse to come. This is a sad day for America.
My question is, what did he know and what didn't he know? Because now Politico came out with a report saying that he didn't listen to the generals, that they warned him that the Taliban would take over. However, the president also said, I am the president of the United States of America and the buck stops with me. But then on the same token, he started blaming the Afghan people, saying that the chaos that ensued happened more quickly than anticipated, but he also blamed the Afghan forces' lack of will to fight. And I do have to say that it just seemed the government just gave up. I mean, we empowered them. Hundreds of thousands of dollars, billions of dollars went into them, and now who has all of that weaponry? Did we just arm the enemy? Did we just arm ISIS and the Taliban? Isn't the whole purpose of us being there was to try to kind of be a stopgap from the terrorists taking over?
Yes, to a large extent we did, because by not having it orderly withdrawal, so I didn't believe in full withdrawal anyway, but if there was going to be one, it should be done orderly in a way that, first of all, we would use our air power to stop any surge by the Taliban, that all the weapons would be taken out of the country or destroyed, nothing left behind for the Taliban. This was so ill-prepared, so unplanned, that it's just, again, what he said today, trying to explain his position, only adds the confusion, and he makes it up, either all or nothing. There's not been an American killed in Afghanistan in the last year and a half. There are more cops killed every week in the United States than there are soldiers in Afghanistan. So he comes out with this horrible situation. He describes it. Listen, we've had troops in Korea for 70 years, troops in Germany for almost 75 years now, more than that, and Japan. So we're not there so much even for the people of Afghanistan. We're there for America's interests to prevent another 9/11, to prevent ISIS and Al-Qaeda to be able to have another privileged sanctuary, and for him to defend his policy, to double down on a failed policy. To me, he failed in his job as Commander-in-Chief.
July 8th, that will be a press conference that will remain in infamy. This is just to refresh your memory, this is what he said back on July 8th regarding the Taliban. So it makes you wonder, was he lying to us? Is our intelligence that ill-informed? Or was he just completely ignoring what everybody else has to say? I mean, there has been scuttlebugs, right, in Washington, D.C. that, according to Politico, even President Obama had said of Biden when he got the Democratic nominee, don't underestimate Joe Biden effing this up. And it looks like he's really effed up this time because he's been caught in a bold-faced lie. This is what he said back on July 8th, number 5.
Is the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan now inevitable?
No, it is not. Because you have the Afghan troops have 300 well-equipped, as well-equipped as any army in the world. And then something like 7,000. It is not enough.
Well, clearly, which one do you think, Congressman? Do you think he was lying? Is he just that ill-informed?
I would think that he was honestly in the room, which is not. That
He also said that about his son.
he did actually, yeah. I mean, they have to lay out a case to say he's not going to go to something where he's probably going to go to work until Biden and whatever it was. Here we go. Right now, who said what? What the president knew? What did the CIA say? What did the president say? They were on the ground in Afghanistan say, I was pretty surprised. I was never counting on the Afghan army. It was the American president and the fear of terror. That's what President Trump, and I didn't fully agree with the decision. But he said that if the Taliban in any way attempted to break the agreement, it was devastating for us by the American military with half an hour. And one American killed in the last year and a half.
Go woke, no we. So we will be going more in depth on everything in Afghanistan, the Taliban, the horrific videos that you've been seeing, no doubt, on all your TV screens of young people desperately clinging on to a plane as it's evacuating. What about the terribly wrong, and what do we do now? What about the refugees? Everybody is around here. And we'll be right back. We'll also put you in over 800-848 WABC.
sponsored by Cars for Kids. Today, your car can be picked up tomorrow. Call 877 Cars for Kids today.
Your next investment, put a cash out of stock market risk and volatility. Here are 8 reasons to consider NRIA's proven real estate development fund. One, and bonuses to 21% target. We strategically locate in lower risk, high demand areas people are moving to. New construction is short on supply. Real estate affords diversification and safety from stock market risk and volatility. We have substantial property assets selling out every month, supporting your investment. Our short and long-term strategy provides for steady returns today and major upside targets. Our buildings are socially responsible, environmentally friendly, and pandemic hardened. We are an industry leader with a 15-year proven track record. Hedge against inflation and receive steady cash flow. Start your due diligence at nria.net or call 800-800-1414. That's 800-800-1414.
And offer of securities is only made by the NRIA private placement memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Hamilton Powers Foundation presents a Never Forgetting concert to commemorate and honor victims of 9/11. Saturday, August 21st, 2021 at Northwell Health at Jones Beach Theater, featuring Shirley, Chainsmokers, Steve Miller Band, Steve Bryce, White Lacoste, John Fogerty, Gavin DeGraw, Flo Rida, and many more. Purchase tickets at livevision.com. The Rundown with Lydia Sarai on 77 WABC.
Welcome back to the Rundown with Lydia Sarama. I'm joined here with Congressman Peter King, and just a short time ago, President Biden wrapped up his national address regarding the Taliban takeover in Afghanistan. He was laying all the blame at the feet of the Afghani people. Of course, he had to throw in a jab or two at former President Donald Trump. And then on the flip side, he promised that they were building a nation
In 3/4 of a mile. Exit to exit 17WE, I-278, Brooklyn Queens Expressway, Staten Island.
If he deliberately ignored listen. Mike Pompeo, number 6.
Think about what's happening today. The Taliban are aggressive and they are fearless because we have an administration that has refused to adopt a deterrence model, the one that President Trump and I had. Right? We've had Iranian rockets land in Israel. We've handed a pipeline back to the Russians. Right? We've allowed the Chinese to castigate our senior leadership in Anchorage. And now we're allowing the Taliban to run free and wild all around Afghanistan. Right? They have to understand that there's an administration with a backbone and a seriousness to execute on the things that matter and protect and defend America.
I couldn't agree more.
I agree totally with that. And also, President Biden says, and this ties into that he was bound to do this because of an agreement, he says, that President Trump had with the Taliban. Actually, he's misstating the agreement. But even if that was there, it didn't stop him from breaking the agreement, or the understanding we had, and getting back into the Iran agreement, trying to negotiate back into that, getting back into the Paris Accords. So why is he bound by what President Trump did on this when he wasn't bound on anything else? He's trying to find excuses. He's trying to blame somebody else. This is his. This is on him totally.
You have to wonder, who is he beholden? Who is Biden to come in? And now he's and who is the terrorist organ? Who is the Taliban beholden? Strings behind them.
They're very closely connected with Al-Qaeda, with ISIS, with the entire Islamist movement around the world. And that's what we're going to see. And keep in mind, for every day since 9/11, terrorists have been trying to find a way to attack the United States. You know, we talk about Cuba, we talk about the southern border, all of that. The fact is, the Islamist terrorists are out there constantly probing, and this is going to make it that much easier for them. And it's also going to cause dissension among our allies. We're not going to have that united front that we've had under all the presidents, including President Obama to a large extent, since 9/11. We're losing that now. And, listen, he says that European allies think America's back. It's not. It's way back now. It's way.
To your point, we were bound to an agreement.
I'm on the way to JFK, so could be an hour and a half,
Oh, okay.
Better.
Because I am sleeping and I'm thinking to walk home because if I'm gonna wake her up, I feel sorry for her. So
up to you. It's far away. Take taxi.
No, listen. I can't even go black with.
Whatever make you happy. I don't care.
Yeah, so I can just walk.
Well, okay, if you get tired, just take a taxi. There's no driver to take you, Michael. Nobody.
No, I just gonna let you know, just in case,
Yeah. What about the other? How the other people gonna go home?
Okay, so the two, Cecil and Mel, walk home because they're close here. Jen, they took the bus.
Oh, really? So go to Cecil home, stay there, and I pick you up from Cecil. Cecil or Mel, they live nearby.
No, it's fine.
They left.
Or I can go to Times Square and wait here in Times Square.
I don't know. They can. The baby can.
Yeah, are you sleeping?
Yeah, all option open.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I can wait,
Yeah, all option. Okay.
Alright.
See you at the Olive Garden.
Yeah, I let you know. Let's see how I feel. Maybe I'm just gonna go home.
Okay.
Alright.
Later. Love you more. I love you more. Wait, say love. I love you long time. Long time.
He was Defense Secretary
Yeah,
under
defense.
Obama. He was CIA Director and
Right.
Chief of Staff under Bill Clinton. And he was a congressman.
Well, I want you to take a listen to his advice to Biden, and then we do have to go to break, and then I will be taking your phone calls, number 9.
And he's got to make clear to the American people that as Commander-in-Chief, he is going to continue to protect our national security and that we are going to go after terrorists wherever the hell they're at. He's just got to ensure that the United States of America remains a strong world leader that can work with our allies to try to protect peace and prosperity. That's the message he's got to give the American people and the world, because our credibility right now is in question.
Whoa, it's bad when you've got one of your own calling you out, including the mainstream media. also you hear how CNN but it seems like the love affair with Superman is over, Congressman.
Yeah, you know, my wife Rosemary turns on CNN in the morning when I'm not looking. And this morning she woke me up. She wouldn't believe what they're saying. CNN is going after Biden. You think it was Trump the way they're going after him. And on and on. And listen, I think even they realize what a national situation is. At this point, that's right. Our credibility is gone. It's very low right now.
It's been gone.
And if Leon Panetta, again, you try a career Democrat, a person with a very distinguished record, for him to come out publicly and say that. His son Jimmy, by the way, is in Congress. He's, again, very, very respected guy. That's a real sharp signal coming from someone who was, I'd say, one of the old lions of the Democratic Party.
Speed camera reported ahead.
Agree with Barack Obama. He sure did F things up. I'm Lydia Serrana here with Congressman Peter King. We will be taking your phone calls right after this.
Attention savvy investors. Are you looking to hedge against inflation? About the safety and security of a real estate investment without the hassles of being a landlord? Maybe you should cash out of some stock market risk and volatility and take some money off the table. Instead, receive 10% annualized monthly payouts with bonuses targeted to 21%. NRIA is an industry-leading real estate development firm in its 15th year constructing strategically located, lower-risk, high-demand properties in unique neighborhoods based on supply-demand imbalance. Call 800-800-1414 to start your due diligence. A great fit for safety-oriented investors desiring monthly cash flow and diversification into carefully curated real estate. Learn more about the NRIA Real Estate Development Fund at nria.net or call 800-800-1414. That's 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Sid here from Bernie and Sid in the morning. You know, Nielsen says more than 30 million Americans are now tuning into Newsmax TV. It's one of the biggest media authorities. Newsmax is available on all major cable systems. And if you cut the cord and don't get cable, you can still get Newsmax. Find it on your smart TVs like Samsung, LG, and more. Just go to your smart TV channel guide or download the free Newsmax app. Newsmax also streams free on Roku, Sumo, Pluto, Amazon Fire, Evo, and 7 million people have the Newsmax app, including me, on their smartphone. It takes seconds to download it on your phone. Watch Newsmax for breaking news anytime, anywhere. President Trump says Newsmax is really good, and Forbes calls Newsmax, quote, a news powerhouse. Find out why tens of millions of Americans are watching Newsmax TV and going to Newsmax. I trust you can too. Says more than 30 million Americans watch Newsmax. It's the 4th highest rated cable news channel, and it's available on all major cable systems. Or find it on smart TVs like Samsung, LG, and more. And it's free on Roku, Sumo, Pluto, Amazon Fire, and Evo. Or download anytime, anywhere. Forbes describes Newsmax as a news power. Watching Newsmax. You should too. Tune in today.
Hello, Mr. Crane. I'm calling about today's appointment. The train is scheduled to call at your RV at 2:14 today. We actually can reschedule. We're really enjoying our trip. Oh, I'm sorry, but that's our only opening. Can it just be a little treat? Let me check. No, sorry, our final visit is a huge one.
RV owners can schedule when things go wrong on the road. That's why there's Progressive, the leader in RV insurance.
Is it 2:14 p.m. or a.m.? You know, I'm not sure. Can I put you on a brief hold?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates.
This is Rabbi Joseph Smith with the New York Border Rabbi. Reverend Father Noah, Cultural Center.
This is the Rev and the Rabbi.
Every Sunday morning at 7:30
On 77 WABC. It's the Rundown with Lydia Serrana on 77 WABC.
Such a bad liar, President Biden. I mean, really? You didn't think it would happen this quickly? And we're seeing report after report saying that military officials warned you that the Taliban would take over, and you still have American citizens there. They're stuck there, and now they're advising them, don't go to the airport. There are reports that the Taliban is shooting at people if they try to enter the airport. I'm sure you've seen those horrific videos of people clinging onto planes and then falling from the sky, from the airplanes. This is beyond. This is beyond the horror show that we are seeing.
No, this is, and I can't believe that the president expects the American people to believe what he just said. This goes totally against what he said a month ago. So either he had the worst intelligence in the world, as his intelligence agencies, or he was trying to imagine something that wasn't there, or he just has lost it. I mean, there's no excuse for what he did, what he's done, and how it's going to affect us around the world. How many of these countries that can go either way are now going to side with us and risk their futures on the commitment of the United States when they see the way he has just abandoned Afghanistan? Not just that, abandoned our interest in Afghanistan. And for him to say also how this has been going on for so long, why was it so? No, he was vice president for 8 years. He was vice president for 8 years, including 5 years after, 5.5 years after the mother was killed. The United States always thought there was more belief in that. We can debate how far we should go. For him to somehow act as if he's the only one who knows what's going on in Afghanistan. And it is complicated. I'm not here to be arguing for Afghanistan. What I'm saying is I'm arguing for our interests and the impact it's going to have on the rest of the world. If we abandon Afghanistan in such a haphazard, casual way,
Which is what we did.
Why would other countries, if they feel that their independence or their future is at stake, why are they going to depend on us?
People like to criticize Trump for how forceful he was and his mean tweets. I mean, are you missing those? I'm missing those mean tweets right about now because we had a secure border, inflation. We didn't have inflation. Gas was $1 less a gallon. We didn't have completely open borders, which I'm seeing now on Twitter that in my neighborhood in Westchester County, they're flying migrants into the Westchester County Airport in the dead of night. We have no idea who. Now Afghanistan has collapsed and it's been turned over to a terrorist regime. ISIS will once in the Middle East. I mean, John from Staten Island. I think we're on the same wavelength.
John, you still there?
Let's go to Judy from Brooklyn.
Hi, Lydia and Tommy from King. Can you hear me? I'm not sure if you can. This is so upsetting to me. Shame on Biden, all those responsible for this catastrophic withdrawal screw-up, if that's I may. Let me tell you, I've got to tell you something. Why didn't they go according to President Trump's plan? That's a joke, because anything they want, President Trump does the opposite. His plan was this. First, you safely get the civilians out, all right? Then you get the weapons, and the Taliban can't use any of this stuff, okay? And then, last but not least, you get the military out, and of course, they wanted to destroy all the bases and everything, and the airports so that to hamper the Taliban, and just interpret that. Now, Lydia, you're right. Now the American civilians are at risk. The Afghan interpreters and their families are at risk. They're going to, murder them out and behead them and God knows what. It's chaos. This could have been prevented. This is pathetic. This man...
Hey, I wish Judith was giving a speech. I mean, she laid it all out.
Judith is an amazing woman.
Yes.
She calls in all the time. And I'm reading reports online that the Taliban is going door to door. And anybody who align themselves with the U.S. forces, they're going to kill them. And they're already pasting over advertisements of women. God help those people.
And that goes not just to interpreters, but also people who maybe were cooks, people who were orderlies, people who were doing janitorial work at the American base. All of them are going to be targeted. And women are going to be like fifth-class citizens. They're already being turned over to the Taliban warlords, basically for sex. They're going to be now sex slaves.
And I saw some other videos online where the kids showed up at school still because education is so important for the people in Afghanistan that the little girls were turned away already. It's already happening.
You know, that is a major issue with the Taliban. I mean, they want women to be put back in the 16th century somewhere. I mean, probably, I guess it was you that sent it around, the photo of the CNN reporter.
Clarissa Ward, correct.
Yeah, she was a beautiful woman with a fresh face, and suddenly her face is covered, and she's all covered up because
she's wearing like a burqa.
Yeah.
Or hijab. It's a hijab, excuse me, a hijab. Right before the takeover, the Taliban takeover, she looks like any other woman, you know, dressed in a long sleeve shirt, Taliban, you know, because they still dress modestly there. But now she is literally covered up from head to toe, only her face showing. And she's lucky she's able to even show her face. Let's go to Mike from Long Island.
Yeah, hi, Lydia?
Yes, you're on with Lydia and Congressman Peter.
Hey, Lydia. Hey, Congress King. This is Michael Leon. Actually, I moved to America in 1991. I worked very hard, 2 jobs. I put myself to school. And what I see in that country was a great, great country to live in. This is not America. I moved from Egypt in 1991. And I want to tell the people in America, if we don't wake up and see what's going on in America, I cannot believe that the young kids here in America hate our flag, hate America. What is happening? They're trying to rule this country down.
Thank you, Mike from Long Island. Can we trade a for the people?
It wouldn't be a bad trade. By the way, my concern is I think we do have an obligation to certainly any refugee who works with us. Sort of betting though, because I'm almost certain that ISIS and Al Qaeda will try to sneak in terrorists with them. I saw them do that with Syria. When that was going on, I guess basically 2 or 3 years ago, and Trump was being denounced for not just allowing everyone in. But we knew, including Jim Comey told us, that the terrorists were sneaking people in under the guise of being refugees.
And if you think the Taliban has an affinity for America, speaking of that reporter, the CNN reporter Clarissa Ward, take a listen to a part of her report here, number 1. Handing death to America. Really bizarre. Death to America, but they seem friendly. These are evil, evil people, and I worry for her safety now as well.
I'm not a big CNN fan, but I give her support. But did we make the mistake here in America thinking that people are thinking so much closer? It's a different world. It's like any of you who are old enough to remember reading National Geographic, all these various diseases and illnesses, and look like you're starving to death. That's Afghanistan today.
Yeah, okay, let me just go to the side.
20-year-old person with no teeth. It's just people, you see their
Good
bones.
luck. You have a good day.
Horrible country. It really
Okay,
is.
take
Why are
care.
they teaching that in our
Just
school
watch the
system
traffic,
instead of teaching
okay?
white kids they're oppressors and black kids are being oppressed? And if you want to take a look at a real insurrection, well, there you have.
There's one car coming, just watch.
Right? You can just look at those videos. That's a real insurrection. People coming in and taking over the government. Maria Serrano here with Congressman Peter King, and when we come
Tell him
back,
to
we'll
wait.
continue to break down the crisis in Afghanistan and the failures of the Biden administration, and we still got a full board of phone calls to try to get to all of them. We'll be right back.
Greg Kelly here for Monetary Gold, a precious metal company in business for over 20 years with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating to help you protect and diversify your portfolio by setting up self-directed IRAs. Now, if Biden eliminates tax deductions for contributions to your retirement accounts, raises corporate taxes, what do? When corporate taxes go up, the stock market comes down. Gold went from $700 to $1,900 under the last Democrat president within the first 2 years. Bank of America predicts
first responders this year. To honor the fallen, Frank Siller is connecting where America was attacked on foot. The Pentagon, Shanksville, and downtown Manhattan, where he arrived the morning of September 11th. Thanks to your support, Towers of Light are to fill the sky of the Pentagon and Shanksville memorials again this year. People lost to September 11 related illnesses are being honored at a ceremony September 12th for the first time. And another first is planned for Veterans Day. Those lost in the war on terror are having their names read aloud. Honor the vow to never forget. Donate $11 a month at T2T.org. That's T, the number 2T.org.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
Our Spanish is
Pretty bad.
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind. Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned. ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
¿De dónde eres?
¿De dónde eres? No matter your learning style or experience level, Babbel has lessons designed for you that will get you speaking quickly and confidently. I tried learning Spanish before, but I couldn't stick with it until I found Babbel.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said, now we speak Spanish.
I can't wait to use our new language skills on our upcoming adventures. Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. Just go to Babbel.com and start learning a new language today. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
The Rundown with Lydia Serrani on 77 WABC.
Well, we know there are a lot of enemies right now. I feel like the enemy is here in the United States. It's even in our school system. It's now abroad. It's everywhere. Welcome back to the Rundown with Lydia Serrani and Congressman Peter King. You know, listeners, this guy DJ MC tweeted me, I find it hard to blame Biden. It was absolutely no secret what an F-up he was from day one. I blame the idiots who voted for him. They weren't fooled. They knew exactly what they were getting, and they voted for him anyway. I mean, he had a 50-year track record, and we knew he was, what did they call him, the dumbest guy in the legislature? But here we are. Let's go to Corey from Morristown, New Jersey.
Yeah, hi. I was actually on the ground in Afghanistan for 5 years, both as military and as a contractor. And one of our biggest problems that nobody talks about is the little politics. It's not the geopolitical part, but like for the Afghan army, for instance, we switched them to M16s versus an AK, which is a much simpler weapon. And the biggest thing, which I want to bring up, is Senator Blumenthal from Connecticut, maybe Congressman King knows about this, had them switch from the simple, Soviet-built helicopter to the Black Hawk, which takes the average of 3 years to train them to maintain. So I think a lot of that has to do with why the Afghan army can't perform like we thought they could. That's all.
Well, thank you, Corey, for calling in. We have a great show coming up for you at 5 o'clock, so you want to keep it right here on the WABCradio.com or on your dial at 770 AM. We've got, of course, Peter King in studio. We have Bill O'Reilly. He'll be calling in. Congressman Andrew Garbarino. And we'll also have Senator Joe Lieberman as well as Dr. Mark Siegel. So we got a full show for you coming up. What a stunning turn of events. I can't believe it. He just was, wow, I guess he wasn't listening to Leah Panetta, because Panetta actually said that Biden should have acknowledged that he made a mistake regarding the withdrawal.
Yeah, Leah Panetta is a committed Democrat, but he's a patriot, and he realizes that things went wrong here, and the president for his own good. And his presidency, time comes when you admit there's a mistake is made, how he's going to correct it. Down on the terrible mistake that was made here, and that sends the totally wrong message to the rest of the world. These are going to have impact for years to come, both here in the United States and around the world, and it's going to come back and bite us.
It's already biting us. I don't know. I miss a big bad orange man. I miss them.
I just remember when Iran stepped out of line. Next thing you know, President Trump blew up Soleimani. Just blew him up.
That's right.
The leader in Iran did it. No apologies. We were told war was going to come. It never came. We moved the American embassy to Jerusalem, which was going to set the whole Middle East afire. Instead, there was no fire in the Middle East, and you had Arab countries lining up to make agreements with Israel because they saw the United States gave its word and stood by it.
president. Never ever threaten the United States again, or you will suffer consequences the likes of which few throughout history have ever suffered before. We are no longer a country that will stand for your demented words of violence and death. Be cautious. So that was under President Trump. And meanwhile, now, on June 2nd of 2021, the U.S. Embassy in Kabul celebrated Pride Month. And by the way, they took down not only the American flag, but the rainbow flag. Well, that's our show for you today. And I ended on a prayer, and we need prayers more than ever. You can follow me on Twitter at Lydia News, LIDIANEWS, and there you can see that picture I was talking about.
Yeah, on the way to Times Square now. Times Square next. Please stay clear the closing door. Times Square next. Please stay clear the closing door. שהטליבן לקחו את אפגניסטן.
מי?
הטליבנים השתלטו על אפגניסטן.
זה טוב.
זה טוב, כן.
שיעי. אז זה התנסו עכשיו באיראנים.
כן? טוב שאתה מבין בזה.
כן. זה כמו שדעת סונים.
לא, אבל הם גם נגד היהודים והם נגד האמריקאים. הם גם נגד היהודים ונגד האמריקאים.
זה טוב שהרסו את האיראנים, שכנסו באיראנים, אני חושב בכוונה עשו את זה. כי האיראנים מתחילים להגיע לפצצת אטום.
טוב, אני עכשיו בלייב, אני לא רוצה לדבר יותר מדי שטויות על זה. טוב, אוקיי.
אמרו, ניתן לסונים להיכנס בשיעים לאיראן.
העביר נושא, העביר נושא.
דבר ידוע. אתה חושב סתם יצאו משם אחרי 20 שנה, אני רואה לך סתם, מסיבה, פתאום מתכחי יש שם טריליונים של דולרים.
אני אבדוק את הסטורג' תמונות מנהטן. אתה לא כל כך זמין לקווינס, לסטורג' וקווינס, אולי נעביר למנהטן וזהו. כי אתה יותר באזור של מנהטן. יכול להסתובב. קח לך איזה אופניים כחולות, אני יודע. עשיתי כחולות. תיקח את הרכבת לברוקלין, לא?
אני מבקש שיעביר אותי לשלטר במנהטן, אבל פה...
יש ב-23 ו-11, תבקש לעבור לשם.
מה?
יש ב-23 ו-11, תבקש לעבור לשם.
לא, אבל יש לי פה תנאים ממש טובים, אתה מבין?
כן, גם שם זה מלון כזה.
מחליפים מסתינים, הצוות עשתה אנשים נהדרים, אתה מבין?
כן, טוב, תשאר איפה שאתה נמצא, מה נגיד? תשאר איפה שאתה נמצא.
הסאבווי בדיוק בלוק אחד ממני, אתה מבין?
כן.
סאבווי, לא צריך לחכות בקוי 18 בלוקים, 20 בלוקים. בלוק אחד ממני הסאבווי.
אז אולי אפשר לעשות Airbnb שם או משהו. אני אקח לי מיטה בשבילי, אני אשלח אנשים לשם.
כמו בשלטר?
כן. נעשה Airbnb.
איזה קטעים עושה Airbnb בשלטר.
זה יהיה בחדשות.
כן. סמכאי. הוא גר בלואר קוסט, לי בלואר קוסט, הלך לקרוא בשלטר ועשו אותו Airbnb.
איזה קטעים. לא, התכוונתי לקחת ואת המיטה הזו להזכיר.
יש שם מלא שומרים, אתה יודע כמה שומרים יש שם?
מה, בודקים ID? בודקים מי נכנס, יוצא?
אתה בודקים לך גם את הדברים שאתה נכנס.
לא, אבל בודקים את ה-ID שלך?
לא, מכירים את האנשים שם, מי שבא.
מכירים כבר.
כן, ראית פרצים.
יבוא מישהו חדש אם ישאלו אותו. מי אתה?
הם מכירים לקחים פרטים.
מי אתה?
סתם. אתה שומע, כשהייתי הולך בשלופתות, חב"ד שמה, לא הלכתי שבועיים אחרונים.
כן.
כי היה שם איזה משוגע, אמרתי לרב, עד שאתה לא מעיף אותו, אני לא בא לפה.
כן, למה? מה מפריע לך? הוא צועק.
הוא כל הזמן מדבר, לא מפסיק לדבר, לא מפסיק. תגיד, אתה מדבר עם מישהו, נכנס לך לשיחה, אתה מבין? הוא לא מפסיק לדבר, אמרתי לו, שבא, הבן אדם הזה
מה נראה לך? באים אינטליגנטים שם, כל הבזקים באים שם.
לא, אתה אומר שבסדר. אמרתי לו, לא מתאים, אתה אומר, אנשים לא נעים לה ממנו, אתה שומע? הוא גם רעש וזה. אז הם עוזבים, לא באים, אתה מבין? אמר לו, תראה, מפריע לך את כל האנשים. אני גם לא בא, כל עוד הבן אדם הזה פה, אני לא בא לקרות.
עשה לך טובה, אתה סתם מבזבז את הזמן שלך שם.
לא, שבת, אתה הולך סבבה, מה קרה לך?
למה אתה לא הולך לאנשים שמביאים לך ארוחת ערב, מכירים וזה?
הוא מביא לך 10 ארוחות ביום, מביא לך ארוחות בלי סוף שם. עוד, סעודה ראשונה, סעודה שנייה, סעודה שלישית.
כן.
כל מיני סלטים.
היה. להתקשר, אני אחזור אליך. Yeah, I pick you up like in 20-25 minutes.
Okay, no worries.
Send me location. I can pick you up maybe Olive Garden. Walk to Olive Garden.
I'm in Radio City.
Oh, the Rockefeller. What they do in Rockefeller? They do construction shop.
Radio City.
Radio City. Oh, walk to Rockefeller. They put a huge status in Rockefeller. Go check it out. Yeah, go.
Later when you come.
Go to Rockefeller. No, I want you to.
Rockefeller is far away.
It's one block.
Later, we go together.
Okay, send me the address.
Later, you know, I just tell you.
Okay, send me the address.
Here in front of Radio City.
Okay, they have one on 6th Avenue. They have one on the street. Huh? Which one?
6th Avenue in West 50th Street.
Oh, okay. See you later.
6th Avenue in West 50th Street.
Okay, see you soon. Soon.
Rain down on Israel, and where was the United States backing up Israel? That's why I felt like that was kind of almost a test run in a way, and it showed when you go woke, you go weak.
Also, Bill, in that part of the world, I mean, you have Pakistan right next to Afghanistan. You can't trust the Pakistanis at all. They have nuclear weapons. By us being there in Afghanistan with our drone capacity, with our CIA, we were able to monitor what was happening with the nuclear weapons in Pakistan. Also, we could use leverage against Pakistan. Now we're out of that part of the world, and that's going to increase Russia and Chinese influence there. And again, I have real concerns about Pakistan.
Well, not only are we out of that country, but we're out and we've been humiliated.
Right.
I mean, look, Biden can spin it any way he wants, and he tried mightily a couple of hours ago by saying, oh, no. American people don't want us there. I got us out. I fulfilled my pledge. Hey, this is just BS. You didn't have to get out like that. And that is a humiliation. It shows weakness. And from weakness come unintended consequences, which we will have in spades from Joe Biden.
Certainly will.
Well, from the intelligence community I talk to,
They're afraid that ISIS will use the Taliban taking over the country as an excuse to build up their forces.
Well, look, there's an op-ed in the LA Times from the woke people applauding Biden. You know, it took maybe 5 minutes for that to get out. And they said, if you can believe it, the Taliban would really never let Al-Qaeda and ISIS reconstitute on their property again. I mean, I'm just looking at going, I mean, stupidity and ideology is not a good combination. So, of course, all of the jihadists are going to have a free fire zone inside Afghanistan to do exactly what they want to do.
It is truly a mess, and it's very embarrassing. What country in the world will ever trust the United States again?
No one. And 20 years after 9/11, we're right back where we started, but worse, because the Taliban captured tons of American weaponry and technology. So the Taliban are much stronger now than they were 20 years ago when we kicked their butt. We went in after 9/11. Now, I don't subscribe to nation building. I explained that tonight in great detail on the No Spin News, which you guys carry, and on Common Sense. The Afghan people have no tradition of democracy. They don't understand democracy. Most of them can't even read or write. They are tribal. They have no allegiance to Kabul. They've never been to Kabul. The local strongman rules. Women have no rights, never have had rights. We gave the people an opportunity to build on primitive form of Islam. You're never going to get through that. They make their money selling opium. You're never going to stop that. We're not engaged in a war in Afghanistan, but there are ways to protect our interests. That's why we're in South Korea, Okinawa, Germany Germany itself. Okay, that's why we have American troops all over the world. Biden is a weak commander-in-chief and does not understand geopolitics. Remember, he was the sole voice opposed to the Osama bin Laden raid that killed that man. Biden opposed it.
Well, the Defense Secretary Gates said that Biden has not made a correct decision in 40 years when it comes to foreign policy. And he's been wrong, consistently wrong, and unfortunately, he's keeping his record consistent right now, which is really bad. Also, Bill, he is presenting, as you said, it's a false alternative. It's not getting involved in a civil war and nation building. That's not the alternative. I agree with you. We could have a small number of troops there to use as a forward base for us, for monitoring, for intelligence, and as deterrent against the Taliban.
Airstrikes would have kept the Taliban away. That's what Trump told me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the Taliban knew Trump would launch and assassinate them by using drones.
As it did with Soleimani in Iran.
We'll destroy if you come on our territory, we'll destroy your village. Bottom line.
Well, look, they fear Trump, as he said. They don't fear Biden. No one fears Biden. Paraguay doesn't fear Biden. Right? No one. Except me. I'm afraid of it.
We all fear him too. And you know what's worse? If something happens to Biden, we get Kamala Harris, which is even worse.
Yeah, that's true, but nothing's going to happen to Biden. But next year, if the American people don't self-correct and vote the progressives out, then you're really going to have to be worried about your country. So the Republican Party, and I'm not a big Republican guy. I think many of them are dunderheads, with the exception of Peter King, of course. I'm not a big Republican guy, but if the Republicans don't take back the House and Senate, it's look out below.
I think every American is tending that way right now, Bill. Bill O'Reilly on every Monday through Friday, and by the way, I must tell you, you are record highs on your show, and between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock on WABC Radio, 770 on your dial, countrywide, international-wide, WABC. Thank you, Bill O'Reilly, for speaking to the American people and telling them the truth.
No, thanks for putting me on, John. I really enjoy talking to you guys every week.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Ed. And let's take a break, and we're going to be coming back with Newt Gingrich wants to come on and talk about things, and Senator Lieberman wants to come on. Let's see what we have.
And then Congressman Garbarino.
The workers' compensation benefits that you're entitled to now. 888-234-C.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions, not available in all areas. If you're a small business owner, you're probably looking for ways to stretch your dollar these days. So, saving up to 30% on workers' comp insurance could mean more now than ever. With Pi Insurance. With Pi, it's easy to find out if you're leaving money on the table. Just get an online quote and go to trypi.com and see if you're overpaying for workers' comp. Pi Insurance was created exclusively for small businesses, built to make workers' comp work for you, with a simple online experience and on Trustpilot by customers who say they make getting insurance as easy as pie. What are you waiting for? Find out today if you could save up to 30% for your workers' comp insurance. Ask your insurance agent for Pi Insurance, or get a quote in 3 minutes at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Progressive Motorcycle presents Road Wisdom from the Motor. The road is everything you want it to be. Everything. As long as what you want is the road to ride your motorcycle on. Progressive Motorcycle also presents basic policy starting at $79 a year. Progressive Motorcycle for those who were born to ride. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy is unavailable multi. At Napa, get a $10 gift card when you buy a 5-quart jug of Mobil 1 motor oil for $27.99. You at Oil Tycoon. Yep, with great oil for $27.99 and $10 back. All you'll need is a monocle. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa Know-How. Napa Know-How. Participating locations. Not include state local taxes or recycling fees. Advertised sales price may not be available in some states. Security restrictions apply. Offer ends date 31/21.
WABC.
In Brooklyn, an accident on the westbound Bell Parkway at Ocean Parkway in Queens. A collision on westbound LME by 108th Street. Outbound Holland Tunnel, about a 30-minute delay. Outbound Lincoln, about 10. Take the shortcut to your next grade hire. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, Instant Match immediately delivers a list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit. I'm Jason Lake, Talk Radio 77 WABC.
WABC.
Welcome back to the John Catsimatidis Cats at Night Show. What a day as we're seeing the chaos unfolding in Afghanistan with the Taliban just taking over. Seeing those horrific images of people just grasping and clinging onto the planes as they're taking off from the airport and then falling to their death. Congressman Peter King, what was going through your mind?
It was a disaster, and it was a self-inflicted disaster. There's no reason why this should have happened. It was a total collapse of judgment by Joe Biden.
Well, on the line with us right now is former Speaker Newt Gingrich. Welcome, Speaker Gingrich.
How are you?
Hey, Newt, good talking to you.
Well, it's good to talk to you. It's really quite a day. Tragic day for our country. Well, it is, and it's, when I watched Biden's speech, I had to wonder, I mean, had he seen any television at all? He's sitting up there at Camp David hiding. His staff writes his speech that basically blames everybody else. He comes down and asks us to believe that everything's going to be fine, and then he's going back up to Camp David again. And the rest of us are watching huge crowds of people at the airport, desperation trying to get on the airplanes, the Taliban sitting in the presidential palace. And so we're seeing a huge defeat for the United States, a tragic defeat for the people of Afghanistan, a horrifying future for girls and women who will now be exploited ruthlessly by the Taliban, and increased danger for the U.S. because, you know, the word's going to go out now all over the planet that the U.S. is soft and weak, and with our open southern border and September 11th coming up, I think this is a really dangerous situation. And you have a president who strikes me as just totally out of touch with reality.
No, to me, his only real criticism was he said that his plan was messy. Now, to call it messy when people are being executed, when they're falling off airplanes, when women are afraid to come out of their homes, or people are being slaughtered all over the country, to use the word messy, I think to me does show how out of touch he is.
Well, and this whole notion that, you know, the Afghans weren't fighting hard enough for themselves, that would have been a good argument against liberating France in World War II. I mean, the French have been defeated. Why should we go bail them out? The whole notion that, I mean, Biden's vision, you know, he made a huge mistake. It is now collapsing around him. This is not what Trump was doing, and it's simply a lie for Biden to suggest that it is. It's also not what the military told him would happen. And they warned that this withdrawal would lead to a collapse, and the collapse would lead to people being terrified. I mean, if you've helped the United States over the last 20 years in Afghanistan, you know that the Taliban is going to target you and your family. And so that's why you see these huge crowds. These people are terrified that the Taliban is going to they'll kill the men, and they'll put the women and girls basically into slavery.
Speaker Gingrich, this is Lydia Serrana. If the military intelligence told the president that the Taliban would take over and that their government would collapse, why would he ignore their instructions?
Because Biden lives in a fantasy world. I mean, he's got Larry Summers, former Democratic Secretary of the Treasury, Harvard economist, former president of Harvard, publicly saying all of your spending is going to lead to massive inflation, and he just totally ignores him. He doesn't pay any attention to it. He's faced with problems in China. He's got a son who's clearly engaged in massive corrupt behavior.
Entrance to
he doesn't pay any attention to it. And I think
Lambeau Bridge,
he made the decision
Queens Plaza.
left by getting out of Afghanistan. He decided to do it as fast as he could, and the result is that you have, I think, an enormous disaster everywhere on the planet. America are now scared, and people who hate America are now emboldened. It's just that simple.
And anyone who's in the middle is deciding which way to go to secure themselves. I can't see a country aligning itself with the United States right now unless they're absolutely securing the challenge.
correct. I'm in Manhattan. 59th Street and 2nd Avenue. Maybe in 5-10 minutes I'm gonna see you.
Okay.
You're still in the same location?
Yeah, same location. We're next to the fountain,
She's still sleeping. She's still sleeping.
Yeah, musical, radio.
Yeah, are you live or you checking? You see, checking out the chicks. What are you doing?
Watching Netflix.
Watching Netflix. Why don't you watching the people walking by? Also, you're watching the sun. Your battery is good. See you soon. Battery is good. On the scooter. What's up? What's up with that? Don't leave me alone. Pop. Alone, leave me alone. Ta. Don't out me. That's what she's saying. Down me. Ta. Viva. Viva. Pop. Alexa, what's going on?
I think you just whispered to me. Turn on whisper mode.
Alexa,
now.
turn on whisper mode.
Sorry, I couldn't understand, but I may have a few recommendations. There's a skill called sleep sounds, white noise. Would you like to try it?
No, Alexa, turn on whisper mode.
Sure, on whisper mode. First, there's a skill called Whisper Guide. You can say, try it, or hear next.
Hear next.
Okay, yellow. First, there's a skill called Okura with Cardi B. You can say, try it, or hear next.
Try it.
I've added Okura with Cardi B to your flash briefing. My flash briefing. To manage your content, settings, then select flash briefing.
What app? Alexa, whisper me I love you.
I don't know that one.
Alexa, what you can whisper me? You just say enable whisper, so what are you talking about? Games with me. You know I don't have time for cool games. What's up? Pop, 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 pop. Keep talking. Swift Avenue. Creature here. Take a picture. Take a picture. See that creature over there? Show you. See, there's some creature in Rockefeller Center. I don't know what is this. Maybe you can Google it. Rockefeller Center. Maybe you can Google it, see what's up with that. The chicks is beautiful. Viva, viva. see the Rolls Royce? I see it's yellow, but I see on the camera, in my eyes I see it red, but the camera not yellow. Yeah, I'm here. The water, you know, like. One lap down, one lap down. You want to start by the cooking it and steak? Can't we get no. I can get hamburger plate. That's different. No.
I want something rice.
Oh, they have rice too.
I don't like the rice. Rice too? Eat that, little bit.
They didn't have food. They didn't bring food. They didn't eat at the zoo. Okay, I'll try.
No, there's a
Order. Oh, you're gonna. Huh? I like.
Okay, if you want to get the plate or
Yeah, you're gonna try it. And I can ask him additional order like matzo ball soup. Yeah, okay, and rice too.
yeah, you can do that. So,
9 Avenue and what?
9 Avenue.
9 790 9 Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's get from there, you know. Something for me too. I don't know. You don't have to get to two places. I mean, I don't have to. For me, chicken fried rice. Left home, we had a good time at the zoo. Why stop the line? Bataria. He didn't bring the. I think that. Hello, man. She used to live here. What is it? Thai place? Filipino store. Are you gonna order or you gonna walk in? Order will be faster. By the time we get there.
I am trying. You have DoorDash, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure.
Give me DoorDash because I'm having a hard time to order.
We pull to the side.
I think DoorDash is
Easy. Jordache jeans. You want Jordache jeans?
Oh, I'm so tired. My God.
Dash? No, I have Dasher like the driver.
No, DoorDash. You have it on your some of your phone.
Oh, really?
I
Oh, you
downloaded
already.
it.
Oh, really?
Remember?
Oh, so I have to close the light.
Oh, is it there?
Yeah, I want to close the
No, we
light.
can download from here.
You should put it on this one, my regular phone. You know the login name, password. Okay. Continue to hide that location.
So cool.
790 9 Avenue.
Oh, yes, baby. Huh? Cookie? Oh, it's a balloon.
You said 7909 Avenue?
Yeah. That's
I turn it off. Turn it off.
It's cold. Yeah, you do that. Try it. It's okay.
like the animals?
Yeah. Yeah, she liked it. She loved the birds.
I mean, when we took her to the other zoo, she was a little. Now she has more. She can more understand.
I know.
It's make a difference. Viva, viva, viva. You chill, huh?
It might be so,
Relax.
so tiring.
I still have rice from lunchtime
Oh.
from the Chinese restaurant.
Question is what designing.
You didn't bring it? Put the
I don't know what's the naging cost.
my name, no? ABI and my number, no? Big A. We'll be there in 2 minutes, maybe we just walk in. 2 minutes. Chicken wings, chicken wings. What the here? What's the name of the place? I don't know. But you go. You but
I guess I gotta show you. Okay?
you go to 1 second because you talk the language. You know, I bring you this, bring you that. You're gonna get mad at me. You go 1 second. I'll wait for you.
No, it's fine. Just show them. You can show them. You can show them the picture.
So what about me and Aya?
No, Aya likes it. Okay.
What?
Chicken inside. Gotta get chicken inside.
Take a screenshot.
Yeah, I did.
Or you want big portion, small portion?
No, they were just gonna do
One size? What about you need soup too? It's like you sit like a king. What about 3 roosters? Thai chicken and rice. Look good too. See? 3 roosters. It's 9 Avenue. 9 Avenue on what street is 53. 9 Avenue and 53. 792 9 Avenue.
Chicken in a salad and pancit palab.
Chicken salad and princess salad.
They have samosa. You like samosa?
Yes, samosa. Yeah. You wanna get both?
Yeah.
Chicken inshallah. Chicken and
Chicken in a salad.
and this is pancit palabra.
They have samosa. You can try their samosa too.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, take Bambina.
Take Bambina.
Okay, see you soon.
Oh, here on your phone. Is this next to Thai? No, Thai?
Yeah. Okay, you hold it. I have one here.
Oh, this is yours.
Okay. If I need to talk to you, so.
I have phone.
But you said battery finish.
I charge it already.
Okay. When I come in here, you stay here, right?
You wanna come to Dada? It's fine, you can get it. It's fine, you can get it. What shoes? Okay, what are shoes? Somebody is tired too. Look at that. All right. Huh? Oh. Hi everybody who's in the house. Uncle TBS, Uncle Zekoslav. What's in it? Uncle TBS, hi. They're going to pick up food. No, I didn't order yet. I didn't order yet. You ordered it. So it's called Tradition. So I am. Hi Shelly. Hi Miguel. So I'm so tired, everybody. I'm sorry if I'm sleepy. I'm tired from walking. So I need some energy, and as well will help us better. That Filipino restaurant, there's some kind of inspired or mix Filipino and I forget, Filipino comfort food. I'm so tired, super tired. I am super. Hi ABX. I'm Nosy, the ABX girl. How are you? It's been a while. Haven't seen you for a while. How are you? Oh yeah, why? me see. Listen. Listen, I didn't order yet. You gotta tell them. Yeah, you just show them.
Okay, but you want 3 items or
The third item is called samosa.
samosa? Do you want samosa?
No, if you want. It,
Okay, so don't take it from one. This one is chicken in a sauce?
yeah.
One chicken in a sauce, one adobo with garlic fried rice.
No, it's pancit palabok.
Alright. And
Samosa.
Shanghai.
Oh, it's a Shanghai. Oh. Shanghai, yes.
Oh, okay. So 3 items lang po.
Yes. 3
Okay,
items.
okay. Alright.
Thank you.
This one is 10 pieces. This one, yeah, no pork rice. Alright. Chicken. Okay.
Hi, Julie. Julie is here. Good to see you, Julie. Julie Her. Julie Her. Julie Her is in the house. Woot. Julie is in the house. Julie. To be fair, for MJ, it does say Filipino comfort food on the awning. I'm sorry. Did I? Oh, I was yawning. Oh my. Oh, that's funny. Coney Island, I went over there. Oh, you went. Oh, I think you live in Coney Island, Miguel, no? The zoo is cool, Uncle Ray. It's small but cool. But we had fun. Little Aya enjoy. The birds. Where is that? The birds area, where she's really paying attention to each windows, like she's seeing not only birds, there's also frogs, snakes, what else? A lot of things. waiting for Lambo. Lambo is picking up our order for dinner. September 11 is coming soon, Uncle Ray. Oh yes, next month. Oh yeah, next month, September 11. What date is that? I think we can, if that's weekend, maybe I can take you to downtown. You see Lambo over there? You see Lambo waiting for the order? Oh shoot, malaki. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry about that. I think I opened too much, or I adjust. Oh, what happened? What's the commotion? Oh no. Oh, okay. So picky. Okay. Oh, I think these people don't like it that Abner and Aya is sat next to them. Sometimes Lambo has, how to say it, attitude, or what is behavior, like he doesn't have, he don't respect privacy. Okay, see, I think so, yeah. Oh no. So these people do not like it. He's barging people's table. I see. But I can't blame them. I can. They're Jeez. Hi, Silvano, Ibite. Yeah, Uncle TBS. Yes, as what I understand and observe, those 3 people left or leave their post because Lambo put little Aya and tried to sit down, and I think these people wants their privacy, like, you know. But I understand, you know, like social distancing. So I think that's what happened. Yes, Ecoslav, yes, I am. I'm so exhausted. I'm so exhausted. I'm sleepy too. I can't wait to go home, and I'm sleepy. Hi Silvano, I'm tired. I'm exhausted from the zoo plus park. So after the zoo, we take the kids to the park and let them play. And then from time to time, you know, I'm running after little Aya, paying attention, watching her, because we should not lower our guard, because it's kids can just one in a just like a snap of a finger, they might be anywhere. Cannot see, especially Aya is so really active, running here, running there. So I'm running after her too. We're waiting, guys. We're waiting for our dinner because I don't think I can still able to cook when we get home. And from Central Park, like 66, from 66, no, not really 66, because from 66 we walk up where the park is, and then from the park I walk down to 50th Street and wait for Lambo. At first I decided to walk home because I don't want to interrupt little Aya sleeping. Little Aya fell asleep on the stroller, and if I took the taxi, so I don't want her interrupt her sleep, like she just fell asleep by the time we were walking. So I was like, maybe I can walk home from Central Park, but then I am so exhausted, so I decided to, after maybe how many blocks, 10-20 blocks, I decided I can't make it, so I waited Lambo for about maybe 1 hour in front of Radio City. Ay. Indeed, Uncle TBS and Uncle Rere, yeah. True, just keep an eye on Aya, most important, everything else unimportant, indeed. Gotta be careful type of parks like that. Yes, I was thinking also about the bus, Uncle Ray, but it's a little difficult for me because of the stroller. That is why taxi is more suited for us, because I can just put the stroller at the back. But with the bus, I don't think I can carry little Aya plus the stroller plus with other belongings. Especially I myself, I feel like I am carrying myself too. But then I'm sleeping, so downtown. So we are at 9th Avenue. So Uncle Joseph, we haven't able to take the shoes to the shop because we're supposed to take it last Friday. However, Lambo got a job to GFK, so he was not able to take us there, because by the time he finished job, it's already 5, 6, 7, and the shop closed 4 o'clock in the afternoon every Friday. So they close early every Friday. And now we have a schedule. We have a play date. Maybe tomorrow, either after my big event tomorrow. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Yeah, why not tomorrow? Or let's see. Or maybe on Wednesday. Yeah, maybe let's see. Just as I thought, running after small kids could reason to be exhausted like that. Indeed, Zico's lab, especially little Aya, is so active. So active, running here, there, and you know, I have to be very vigilant to work. Aya has this. I should teach her to don't talk to strangers, don't walk with the strangers. She's so friendly. She's so friendly. She's so, you know, she easily get along with other people. So that's what I'm afraid of. So in the zoo, you know, I end up putting her like she has a small backpack. She has a small backpack where it looks like a leash. So I it's look like this. Yeah, if you have a very, so this is it. So where you see she has a leash. This I put here, and also I'm also thankful for my friends for looking after little Aya. So they were also helping me, like they are looking after for little Aya. They're pushing the stroller. We're taking turns. Hi, Yogi. And Yogi, how are you? They have a ubi cheesecake, Uncle TBS, Uncle Joseph, ubi cheesecake. All right. What else? Their website is not, I think it's not yet developed, because like for example the Shanghai, they name it like samosa. Somebody's going to sleep with JL. Yeah, indeed, JL, indeed because I slept like 4 o'clock last night, or in the middle of the night, or what is that? Yeah. Because are you familiar with The Clown Prince on Netflix? I got hooked on the Netflix. Okay, they come back. Oh, little Aya is crying. Why is she? Why our little Aya is crying? Why? What happened? Why she's crying? Okay, wait. Cupcake? You want a cupcake? Cookie. Where's the cookie that I... Oh, here.
I like this guy bicycle. He just sits.
No, I said, what happened?
What happened?
There were 3 people.
The picture show. Oh, they went to sit down there, but they reserved. Then they'll come back.
No, I think they
I told him go sit in a suka, you know. Ducky in the back.
I think they're taking precautions, you know. Fries first, alright? And after that...
Empanada, let's test empanada. Give me one.
Lumpia.
Bubusas. What do you call that? Sambusa.
She's talking about this. Let's ask Tita Cecil. Let's Tita Cecil's food.
From the deli to eat first. Yeah.
Show them.
Show them. I give you the phone. Come on. Let them test this. This is the code. I'm tired. The 6th Street is closed. It's like a restaurant. Today we in the house. We're going home. Oh, Miriam, we need to do.
Yeah, this is the one they give to Aya earlier.
So give her any cookie.
No.
I don't know where to find.
No, she's very picky.
And now probably closed. I don't know. Looking to Henry, there's all kind of cookies. Oh, the daily clothes. Easy to change her mind, like distract her mind. From any chocolate cookie be fine. You can get in the Korean deli. Maybe get soup too.
Yeah, soup.
Soup and chocolate cookie. And chocolate cookie.
Ay. Diyos ko, dahil Diyos ko. So sleepy.
You're lucky you didn't go because there's so much to walk. It's tiny, small compared.
Where is where are we?
30th Street.
So you gotta go to the main place.
Yeah.
Go to the other part. My goodness. She wants to go to the other park up there.
Sure, after we.
My goodness.
You know.
Listen. Have you had enough? What? Who's Nano? Oh. Not all.
Chocolate, but that's different. Monique, welcome, Monique. Monique, say hi. No. Say hi.
Hello, Auntie Monique.
Look at this guy, clown. Gasoline. Kid don't hear you.
I know. Maybe there's some close here.
6th Avenue and what? Ray $10. Thank you, Ray $10.
Oh, Uncle Ray, thank you so much. 5 minutes up there. Yeah, it's on 20. Oh, it's 23rd, 22nd. Yeah, go.
Ray Monique, thank you, Monique.
Thank you, Uncle Ray, and thank you,
Monique.
Auntie Monique. Yeah, little Aya is craving for the cookie that from
Okay, give me full address.
from our friends. It's 700 6th Avenue. So little Aya will not gonna give us a rest or peace of mind if she didn't get what she wanted. So I never tasted.
Speed camera reported ahead.
Okay, I need.
Little Aya was first time earlier. I think she liked it because upon waking up she's for that MG.
Suffering a single gunshot wound. Javel Jenkins, who lives nearby, sick of the violence.
Sometimes I end up sitting over. You can be sitting in a window, getting shot, go up in the air, and
In fact, the windows of 2 separate apartments, but no one was hurt inside. All the victims expected to survive. The shooting started in Queens with 3 people shot around 11 in Rochdale. The last incident left a 16-year-old fighting for his life after he was shot in the head. Stopped at a red light in his car in Cypress Hills. 2 teen passengers also hit. Meanwhile, here at the Roosevelt houses, police going through the several 911 calls, video, and asking the public for Bed-Stuy. With Nissan 635, if you have a Tesla, the electric vehicle and its autopilot feature coming under government scrutiny, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has opened a formal automated driving system, saying it has trouble spotting parked emergency vehicles and has sent Teslas crashing into at least 11 of them. Sam Abdul Samid is principal analyst with Guidehouse Insight.
The system has some very good capabilities, but it's also very inconsistent in its performance, which I think
cannot spot flashing lights and flares. Tesla has not issued a public comment. 36. J-Lo scrubs her Instagram of A-Rod. 1010 Wins Entertainment is next.
Yeah, we're going to get it.
Second and 6. Since you know what I chose.
It's called Mr. Bear.
Mr. Bear. Monique, we love you more. Take care, Monique. I keep one cookie for you, Monique. Mr. Bear for you. And hug you night. Cheeks. Representative. I need Trader Joe get or maybe we have something. Yeah, I'm gonna be excited to watch the bird coming to the cute birds coming. I have a...
The question is,
It's a tiny, nobody asked. Here. Oh, it's over there, I think. It's on that side, remember? Wanna go close there and see? Huh? Okay, you go. Huh? I mean... Okay, you gonna go? Okay. How many you want? One? Paris bucket over there.
oh, it's back.
I think it's some... Maybe I can stop in the front.
Baby, get five.
The future.
Dreaming, you know? When she wake up, she was like... I was like... Look, it's kinda... It's like a cupcake, but...
I mean, if you can go, we can see the other stuff. I don't go inside here. Yeah, take the car. Let me see. Go. I can't, this is no stopping, I can get sick. Go with one.
It's itchy. Itchy. Mama is
Yeah,
staying here.
go, choose a bit fun.
Huh?
Go. You wanna see the cookie?
She wanna stay here.
Run off. Yeah, I gave you carpet, let's come. No, but she say, but
I'm there. She wanna stay here.
To stay. No, I'm gonna go get the cookie. We'll go get the cookie for you. I'm gonna go get the cookie for you. So she goes. See, it's called Paris Bouquet. Paris Bouquet. They have Mr. Bear. Yeah, cookie shop. She wants. No, she don't take the phone. Yeah. You wanna go to cookie shop, Aya? Okay, coming soon. Wait for him. Run places all day. Zoo, restaurant. You say you don't want to go with her. Oh. You said you don't want to go with her, so make up your mind. What's your problem? And now you want to go to the store? She asked you want to come with me? You said no. Now you want to go there? See, she was here crying. She wanna go out to the shop after you. I told her.
Yeah, let's show them what little I is crazy about.
You got the Mrs. Berto?
Yeah.
They had.
So you don't have to take it, put it in the fridge, but.
They had Mrs. Bert also.
Is that you lucky? Uncle Ray and Miss Monique gonna show you. No, you can show it like. You see, look.
See, one big happy
This
family.
is the. You like it?
This is the Mrs. or
Okay, sure.
which one is the chick?
No, not chicks.
Not, they don't have Mrs. there?
Chicks.
That's a cool picture. Look. Let's take how we can do screenshot.
You want a screenshot? Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Smile. One more. And smile. Okay, home.
That's cool, huh? One big happy family. Switch.
Okay.
How you switch?
Click the next, that one, and then put rare.
Put
No.
away.
Again.
This one here.
No.
This one.
The second one, yeah. And then rare, you see the
Ray.
Okay, home. Okay. Alright.
Shalom, manishma.
Okay, let's go home.
Let's go kick some ass.
Let's go home, finally.
Home sweet home.
Somebody can sleep now.
Yes, only gonna give us no, but with chocolate, not gonna sleep.
I think she dream about it. Is this what she's looking for the first time?
Okay. Happy wife, happy life. If she don't sleep, nobody sleep. You happy now? Can I take a bite? Let me see. Let me take a bite. Look at her. Come on, let me take a bite. What's your problem? I buy it. This is my money. I buy it. Let me take a bite, please. Come on.
Okay, here. I give you one, right?
Yeah, I give you one.
Yummy? We need to eat it either tonight and last week tomorrow because it's gonna expire tomorrow.
Don't believe all these things.
No, it is. It's good until tomorrow. I was about to get 10 and then it's good and check the expiration date.
How many you got?
5.
Mabi Casti. Chocolate cookie.
Where are we going?
Oh,
Queens.
okay. Let's go to the tomato place.
What are you gonna do in the Queens?
The playground, the orange playground.
Ah, that's the orange playground.
She liked the orange playground.
The blue playground is at Tomskin.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she go by the color.
Yeah, she go by the color.
Orange playground, blue
Blue playground. Green.
green.
Watch out, hazard reported.
Somebody loves it.
Make sure she don't eat everything. I want a bite. Give me the last bite.
Upon waking up, oh, I want a cupcake. I want a cupcake. They're coming up with cupcake.
Did you test it? It's good.
No, I didn't. I did not.
So take a bite.
No, I want to eat rice first.
Ask her for a bite.
Can I have a bite? Can I have a bite, please? Oh my God, no. She's not offering.
So stubborn.
It means she loves it, you know? You know, when she loves the food, she don't share. But if she don't love the food, she share. Oh my
That's her
God, she
si-
fell in love.
That's her system,
She
huh?
fell in love with Mr. Beard.
Mr. Bean.
Oh my.
Let's make a cookie. Call it Mr. Bean.
Somebody in love with Mr. Beard. What? Wow, look at this face. Look at this face.
We're gonna go buy one tomato.
What?
You want $1 pizza?
No.
You're gonna go get.
Seriously, you have fun. No need. Are you gonna go home?
Look at the chick. Look at the chick. Look at the chick sleep on the floor. You see her ass. Chubby, chubby, chubby. Now she's gonna say, I love you on Monday. On Monday, because she got a good day on Monday.
I love you on Monday. Somebody is happy.
Don't let her eat all. Grab the last piece. Taxi. Taxi.
Oh no!
You take a bite?
After doing that, she was gonna do it with the other kids. So say sorry, Daddy.
Sorry.
That's not nice.
She's in shock. Shoko,
She's in shock, of course.
Shoko, shoko, shock.
That's not nice. Yummy, 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 yeah?
You see, I took the curtain to be washed. Remember the black curtain? Maybe it's better without. What do you think?
What?
The black curtain
Oh, you took it out.
to be washed.
Oh.
Back.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, hi. See you
So
later.
later we're gonna do live about the birdhouse.
Okay.
So for now, this is one tomato. Thank you everybody for the super chat. It was a long day, the zoo and everything. Thank you.
See you later,
See you
alligator.
mañana. It's one tomato time. Yeah, special thanks to Ray Ray, Mighty Bull, Miguel, could be doing that thing also.